and I'm here today at the National Sculpture Center in Dallas, Texas. I'm here in the garden of the center where Auguste Rodin's piece, Eve, is located. Auguste Rodin was a French sculptor from the late 18th and early 19th century. He was intrigued by traditional techniques and forms. However, he is known for an introduction of a new practice that changed the way of modern sculpture.
He strived to depict a true character of the human body. His technique adamantly showed the harsh and/or joyful emotional states of his subjects.
Eve is one of Rodin's most famous works, having strong influence from Michelangelo's version of Eve in the Sistine Chapel. Rodin's choice to remove Eve from her original biblical context allows us to see the metaphorical anguish and depth that comes with committing the ultimate sin. Rodin's sculpture of Eve has very strong naturalism aspects. He focuses on the true curvature of the lines of the female body. His emphasis of light and texture give perspective and create depth within the piece as well. Interestingly enough, Rodin's model for the sculpture was pregnant during the time. When the standing became a burden for her, Rodin was no longer able to use her as a model, which explains why certain aspects of the stomach and head are rough and unfinished. It's obvious to see the naturalism present in this piece. We see Eve in agonizing pain from the burden that she has bared upon herself. The closure of her arms tells us that she is ashamed of what she has done, almost as if she is embarrassed to show her face. The attention to detail in the lines of her body are true to a womanly figure. Rodin used a naturalistic approach to show the figure of Eve as we would actually see her. Another methodology Rodin uses in this piece could be considered a combination of realism and somewhat romanticized. Rodin's Eve resembles what we know to truly be her. The common form and shape of her figure are what we are used to seeing. This piece is also slightly romanticized because it shows Eve in a deep and emotional state. However, it lacks nostalgia and fanciful aspects as in common romanticized pieces. Most of Rodin's other works, including Eve, clash with traditional sculptures during his time. They lack the typical formulaic and decorative styles. However, Rodin took note from the stylistic influences of the classical Greek period. These sculptures gave great attention to detail in the realistic approach to the human body. Also taking some influence from the Italian Renaissance, he became famous for changing the way modern sculptures were made. His lines, curvature of the human physique, emotional aspects transformed the way sculptures were seen. Rodin's influence of the modern art could be classified as parallel to that of Impressionist painters. I chose this piece personally because I'm attracted to the old world styles of art and sculptures. Rodin's depiction of Eve translates much of the beauty of a woman's figure, yet also shows such intense emotion. I felt a connection to the piece specifically because instead of showing a femalistic approach to the sculpture of a woman, Rodin chose to show the turmoil present in some women's lives.